Yo, what's y'all doing? This is Soul Trades, and today I will be going over my trade recap for today. Today is February 13th, 2025, and today I ended up capturing a loss. It was a pretty stupid, dumbass trade. Let me go over it though real quick. Okay, so coming into the day, um, um, think it's pretty bullish, even though we didn't have like any fair value gaps right here. We had a fair value gap right here. It's already been filled before the market opens. I guess you could have marked it out, but there's no reason if it's already been filled. So yeah, barely any fair value gaps. We had this high right here on this 4 hour time frame. We had a high right here that I was looking forward to be swept, even though the my bias was bullish. It could like switch up pretty fast, you know. And then also on the 1 hour, we just had this 1 hour fair value gap right here, bearish before market open. We tapped into it before, and then yeah, let me go into a lower time frame real quick. So let me go on to 5 minute. Okay, so today we had PPI, and which caused this candle to happen at 8:30. So I marked out, or I did have that. I did have them marked out. I marked out the highs and the lows, and then once market opened on this red line that right there, we ended up sweeping three different type of liquidity. The data highs, London highs, and 4 hour highs. So yeah, really switched my bias, but let me go over why I've lost because holy shit, this is a mess trade to be honest. So I wanted to enter this breakout structure right here, but yeah, I would just want to enter it because we literally swept like three different liquidities: the data high, and the session highs, and then 4 hour highs, and yeah, so I wanted to enter off of here, but once literally, it's crazy to hear, but after this candle closed, the internet on my iPad because I was in school and I use like school Wi-Fi on the iPad. Um, like it just disconnected me out because this candle opened after this closed and this didn't move for like 5 seconds. So I'm like, oh yeah, what's going on? So I get out of trading view, go back in, and it still wouldn't load. So I had to like disconnect the internet, reconnect, and this was already down here. So I'll mark out this. Yeah. So I missed that trade. So I'll mark out this 1 minute fair value gap and waiting for it to come back into so I could trade down because I thought it was going to be an AMD day, not gonna lie. As you can see, this accumulation before the market opened, and then I thought it was going to be like manipulation and distribution lower, but that wasn't the case for today, and let me show you why. So, as I told you guys, my bias is pretty bullish for the day, and after it's three different highs, I wanted to short, and yeah, so once it got to this down here, it literally filled this 5 minute fair value gap, and I wasn't like really looking at this at all. That's the problem. So I saw this one fair value gap right here. Once it tapped into it and then closed out, I entered off of that. And then I ended up losing my trade, of course, because 5 minute fair gap is way stronger than a 1 minute fair value gap, and my bias was also bullish. So what ended up happening is I got smacked in the ass by the market today, and ended up losing like $700 on this, or like 144. I don't remember. I'll just post it in the title. But yeah, I ended up losing this trade because, and the crazy thing is, I had this 5 minute um, fair value gap marked out, but once price even got to this level, I wasn't like questioning myself, or I didn't even look at this. That's the problem, because I was so like stuck in the lower time thinking that it's gonna go down because it swept the highs. But that doesn't mean like every time it sweeps the high, it's gonna go down. It doesn't always mean that. No, here I missed my entry. Blah blah blah. I'm not gonna keep crying about it, but yeah. Yeah, I ended up losing today. It was a really dumb, it's a really dumb trade, even though like we went east, as you can see, we went into this 5 minute fair value gap, and inside the fair value gap, I really traded a short instead of a buy. This was really, really, really stupid. And we also had this 1 hour fair value gap right here that I could have used this before market open. We tapped into it, and then market open, we go above, and then it came back um, to the 1 hour fair value gap and the 5 minute fair value gap right here. So this would have been like a double fluid trade, if you would say. And then we had a breaker structure right here, which stopped me up because I entered a short. But yeah, we break a structure right here, and then a fair value gap right here, and you could have entered off of that, caught a winning trade up to these highs right here. But yeah, ended up capturing a loss today. It was a really, really dumb trade. It's probably like my worst trade in my trading career history. And yeah, just something to learn off of, man, because I was just really stuck in the lower time frame thinking that it's gonna go down. Mad that I missed my entry. Had this 1 minute fair value gap, another one, and I didn't wait for it to be filled at all to even like be at least in some profit. I just wanted to enter fear of missing out that it's going to be a AMD day, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, even though my bias was bullish. Today was really, really messy to be honest with y'all, so um, I might just be looking for towards tomorrow to be having like a good trade or something. But yeah, I'm not really afraid of like losing because after many failures comes winning. So I'm not really worried if I blow my account or something like that. I have like $500 left, and in that account for me, like to like blow my whole Top Step account. Even though it's crazy to because I was like $320 away from passing it and got greedy and shit, and I just started like losing my mind over money instead of targeting where the actual market's gonna go. And like as like in the past trading days, I've been entering like two contracts instead of one when I talked about it, and I enter like more than once a day. It's pretty stupid. Yeah, but psychology is like 90% of trade, so it's kind of crazy to think about how I studied this for like 3 to 4 years just for me to sit back and be patient, wait for my setup to work. But yeah, not trying to get too much into that. But yeah, today's trade was really stupid. Ended up losing it, and yeah, that was really it. See you on the next trade recap video, boys.